stand straight and speak louder? Or when someone asks like, what have you been up to these days? Or when someone says, good luck, I know you can do it. What could be their possible reason? Or if you are listening to what I'm saying right now, what do you think is my purpose for saying all these things?
Communication is functionally integrated in our daily lives. We use it every day and everywhere. May it be at school, at home, or even at work. It has 5 functions. 1 is the social interaction. 2, emotional expression. 3, motivation. 4, information dissemination. And finally, we have the regulation and control, which we will be highlighting.
We say lots of things to different people for a reason. These reasons or purposes are what we call the functions of communication. Yes, you heard that right. Communication has real functions. And when I say real, I do not mean that communication is just an abstract theory or vocabulary or a required activity at school. But before that, what exactly is regulation and control in the context of communication?
Regulation and control is the function we use to control behaviors. Politicians, teachers, bosses, and even friends use this function to influence others in order to achieve their goals and meet their needs.
Communication is used to regulate or control the pace of flow of conversations or the speaking of participants so that the interruption and awkwardness, silence between speakers are avoided. Both verbal and non-verbal cues are used to help achieve this purpose.
Morning po.
Where do you think you're going? Where's your ID?
The guard, come on, let me pass justice once. I forgot to bring my ID. I'm already running late.
That's what I'm talking about. This is the second time you've done this. The next time you do this, I will not let it slide. Do you understand?
Yes po, I understand. Thank you po. I apologize for being late, Miss Agawi. May I please enter the room?
Hi nako, Mr. Sapida, you're late again. Please give me your handbook. This has been going on for a while now. Come see me after class. And you, Mr. Kiban, I have already reminded you to wear your proper uniform. You may now come in.
Here, ma'am.
You can have a seat now. So for what happened earlier, Mr. Sapida, would you mind explaining me why you're late?
I woke up late earlier. That's why I'm late.
You know that's not an excuse, right? So as a student of this school, you are informed about the consequences of being late. You can have this in your handbook, but I will excuse you this time. I hope this will be the last warning. Do you understand?
I'm sorry, ma'am. It won't happen again. I will try to wake up much early next time.
What about you, Mr. Kiban? Were you not oriented about the wearing of proper uniform?
I just washed my uniform yesterday.
Next time, try to wash it early so you can wear the appropriate uniform, okay? Do you understand? I would let this slide just this once. You already know the consequences and make sure to follow the rules set by the school. And that's all. The two of you may go.
Thank you, ma'am.
In this scenario, the regulation and control was carried out by the people in authority, such as the guard and the teacher. Rules are set in the school, and the tactic used in order to implement this are the consequences or punishments once these rules are not obeyed by the students.
Hey guys! Did everyone have a good sleep? You sure think I had it?
Keep your voice lower inside the office, you know.
I'm sorry.
Freshman, I know you are just new, but kindly learn the knowledge we had set inside. Less talk, do more.
I apologize for my behavior. This won't happen again.
In UP, you can slack off. If one of our superiors see you, you will get yelled.
Do not, my hands are just trembling, writing too much. My back's killing me too. Can you not just rest for a minute?
No, you can't. We still have 1 hour left. And we need to finish the work. Rules are rules.
Sheesh, I'm exhausted. I can't even take a minute to rest. This company's way too strict.
You gotta stop complaining. You will get in trouble if you don't lower your voice. Someone might hear ya.
I wanna go home. I wanna go home.
If you really want to go home, then go home. No one will stop you. But before you do, you must remember this. You are free to look for a new company that allows workers to stock up. Here in this company, we stick to our rules. We do the tasks that are assigned to us. We cannot tolerate someone who's neglecting his work while the others are working hard to the bone.
That way, I was just weak by my emotions. I was very toxic.
Here in our company, we keep our emotions separate from our work. I advise you to do so.
Yes, thank you so much. I will do so.
For this skit, it shows that rules were created to keep things in order. To maintain the order, not the flow. Rules were created to be followed. Naturally, those people who follow regulations in the right way understand the need for them, and they understand it is the best for all the involved.
Hi, Mom. Where have you been? It's already 9 in the evening.
Well, I went to Marishka's house and we were working on a project and we happened to fall asleep. I didn't realize the time. I'm sorry.
Well, if that's the case, I'll call Marishka's mother and to see if you're telling the truth. Go change your clothes and eat some food. I left there for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright.
Ay, kumare, I'm sorry to call this late. This is about Bea. She just got home and I was just wondering if she was at your house earlier this day.
Ah, yes. She was here. They were working on a school project to comply with her grades. I heard that she got a failing grade in one of her subjects. Didn't she tell you about it?
Oh, she must have been forgotten to mention it. I'll ask her about it.
Don't be so harsh on her. I heard that the particular subject is a difficult one.
Bea!
What is it, Mom?
Sit down. What is the thing that I heard from Marishka's mother? You got a failing grade?
I meant to tell you, but it happened to slip my mind.
What was the reason behind it?
The teacher was not very in favor. The teacher was not in my favor, and I find the subject a really tough one.
Well, that's understandable. But I want you to know that your grades is more important. And I want you to do your best and let's work together so we can come up to a plan.
Okay, what can I do?
You can start by scheduling your study and you can also limit your time screen so you'll be more focused. Within this rules, I'll be strict, okay?
Alright, that sounds good to me, but what if I still don't get a good grade?
We'll figure it out together, okay? We'll ask your teacher if there is anything else we can help you.
Okay, Mom, I'll try my best. Thank you.
In this skit, there is something that we call compliance gaining, which we use to aim and get people to do something or act in a particular way. But do take note,
that compliance gaining is different from coercion, which is the act of forcing or manipulating people in doing what you want. The specific tactic used here is banking on altruism. As we've seen in the three skits, there are two ways of expressing regulation and control in communication: the nonverbal and verbal cues. In verbal cues, there are the specific words chosen and used. Therefore, the nonverbal cues is included body actions.
This brings us to the do's and don'ts when it comes to delivering a message, regulation, and control as its function. Starting with number 1, speak clearly, gently, and loudly. This will not only ensure your listener to be able to understand you better, but it will also show more confidence and authority for you as the speaker.
Number 2, be mindful of your choice of words to avoid disrespecting people's boundaries. Know your limitations of what you can say to them, as this may hurt their feelings or values. Number 3, remain composed and avoid any hint of conceit or superiority. This allows you to communicate without exaggerating, avoiding the backlash of having superiority complex.
Number 4. Avoid overwhelming people with too much information, as it might get rumbled on the mind of the listener, that leading to confusion.
Number 5, explain justification for the rules in detail. Keep in mind that once something is easier to understand, they will be much easier to follow.
Number 6. Create the right timing and avoid wrong timing. Consider when it's best to discuss things for better communication.
Number 7, if you're going to lay down the rules, then do it with authority. Maintain a strong, firm voice with emphasis on the consequences if they are not followed.
Lastly, number 8, pay attention not only verbal cues but also non-verbal cues. Communication breakdowns like misunderstandings can rise if you just brush things off, like body language and facial expression.
To sum it all up, regulation and control aim to maintain order, prevent harm, ensure equality, and promote fairness among communicators. By establishing clear foundations and rules, conversations can proceed smoothly without any hindrance.
In a variety of situations, proper control improves decision-making and problem-solving. Gaining knowledge in regulation and control is useful in professional as well as personal situations.